Good morning. Today is Tuesday, September 19th. I'm Kira.
And I'm Angie. Teachers, today is day 4 rotation. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may now be seated.
We will now hear for our Patty Sports Show.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning, Teddy Ballgame. How are you?
Doing great. How about you doing?
All right. Hey, teachers, quick heads up. Buzz. Another bus is rolling up right now. That's why we were delayed too, because another bus was coming in. So you might want to hold off on attendance until this wave of kids come in. Well, with that said, back to some sports. Teddy Ballgames, what's happening?
Well, Deluge, in MLB baseball news, the Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Atlanta Braves 7-1 last night. Phillies had 5 different players that hit home runs in the win, including a titanic 483-foot blast by DH Kyle Schwarber. Phillies continue their fight for the wild card playoff berth, while the Braves have already clinched their spot and are looking for the #1 seed.
Playoffs are going to heat up here soon, Teddy Ballgame. It's fun. Hopefully the Phillies can carry some momentum and get into the playoffs. And I got a Phillies-related story here at the end.
In NFL football news, the Washington Commanders had another miraculous comeback this week against the Denver Broncos. The Broncos took an early 21-0 lead, but the Commanders fought back, took the lead, and held on to win 35-33. Sam Howell again threw for 2 touchdown passes, and running back Brian Robinson added 2 touchdowns on the ground. The Commanders remain undefeated in the season.
Nice. They're commanding the wins. I love comeback wins because comebacks mean that you're never feeling down and out, and there's always a chance to rebound and fix whatever's going wrong and come back to win the game. And that's what they did. It's awesome.
And the Baltimore Ravens are also off to a 2-0 start after beating the Cincinnati Bengals 27-24. Quarterback Lamar Jackson threw for 237 yards, 2 touchdown passes, and he added 54 more yards rushing to help the Ravens to the victory over their division rivals.
Nice. Hey, Teddy Ballgame, is Lamar Jackson on your fantasy team?
No.
Oh, shoot. Well, let's talk fantasy a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Deluge, in fantasy football news, Mrs. Spear took over the top spot in the league, followed by Mrs. Charlin, Deluge, and Mrs. Montez, all with 2-0 records to start the year.
Yeah, I love that. Good start. The Lucha's team is a little loaded, Teddy Ballgame, but it is only 2 games. A lot can go wrong, a lot of injuries, so we will wait and see. Hey, Teddy Ballgame, I got a Phillies-related story for you.
All right.
And boys and girls, this is one of my favorite stories of all time. So I want you to pay attention to this one because it applies directly to you. Ooh. So, all right, I had some notes, but I'll figure it out. Trey Turner here. Many of you may know him or remember him when he used to play on the Nationals. Well, he's on the Phillies right now. It's his first year playing on the Phillies. And he, through 100 games, has struggled big time. I think he only had 10 home runs, and I think he only had about 40 RBIs. And that doesn't even mean anything to you, but that was through 100 games, really struggling. The fans could have booed him. They could have just made him feel worse about doing poorly, right? So I want you to think about yourself or think about kids in your class who might be struggling. They might be making bad decisions. They might not be doing the best that they could do. And it's real easy for you guys to pick on them and make them feel worse about it and tell them that how bad they are and tell them how wrong they are. Call them whatever names you might want. Phillies fans could have done that too. But instead, they started giving him a standing ovation. Whenever he came up to hit, they started standing up and clapping for him. For a guy who's done terribly all season long and who we're paying a lot of money for. Well, what has happened? He has, since that time, about a month ago, he has been the best hitter in baseball. He has had the same number of home runs in 30 days that he did in the first 100 games. More RBIs in the last month than he had in the first 4 or 5 months of the season. All because the fans decided, instead of making him feel worse about how bad he was doing, we're going to stand up and cheer for him. And it completely turned around his season. One of my favorite stories of all time, Teddy Ballgame.
It's awesome.
So that is the power, boys and girls, that you have to make someone's day. And not only someone else's day, your day. by thinking positive, by supporting each other, by encouraging each other, not making people feel bad or worse than they already feel, making them feel better. That is why we say, together we are. Mighty strong. Have a great day, everybody.